Andre's a tough one tonight against Worcester Wolves. How do you sum up the performance?
Well, credit has to go to Worcester. They came out, they made some adjustments defensively, and I think it was a pretty even game in the first half. They finished the last 5 minutes of the second quarter. They had a strong finish and they were leading by one. And we started very well the third quarter. However, the last 5 minutes of that third quarter, they made their run. And we came back, we bounced back and we came down there. And it came down to them making some big plays down the stretch. They made some shots. I thought Buvnet made some really big plays for them, and Kimball as well. And we were just not as consistent as we have been on the defensive end. And Worcester exploited. So credit to them. We just got to move on. It's a tough loss because it was an important game. Obviously, the head-to-head. But we just got to move on to the next game. Now we have Glasgow. We've got to get a win there, and then we've got to keep on searching for wins. We cannot dwell on this. But one thing we need to do is we've got to be more consistent on the defensive end for us to win ball games, and we need all 10 players to come in and contribute and help us in that regard. And we've got to be smart offensively as well, but certainly on the defensive end we've got to be consistent, and we've shown that we can do that, but we've got to make sure we bring it every game really. Otherwise, we're down to the mercy of other things basically that are out of our control. We move on. That Glasgow game is of huge importance. We're travelling tomorrow and the game on Sunday, and obviously we have 2 games next week against Plymouth and London, 2 very important games. But before we think too far ahead, we just got to go up to Glasgow and we've got to get ourselves another win to get to double-digit wins for the season basically, which is number 1 priority right now.
Yeah, quick turnaround going into Glasgow's game. Of course, that result tonight does mean they have the head-to-head over the Flyers in the playoff race, but still plenty of chances and great opportunity to build some momentum going into a playoff push now.
Yeah, 100%, and that's how we got to approach it. I mean, obviously, we don't want to be saying things like that. We just actually want to get the opportunities when we have them in front of us. But the result is what the result is, and we just got to move on now, and we've got to find those wins somewhere else. And I think that's quite an important thing. Nothing is over. We just keep on playing. It has been that type of season. We just got to travel up there to Glasgow. It's going to be a very difficult game. I know they don't have the 2 American players, and they've been like some of their best scorers. However, other guys will step up to their role. It's not going to be an easy game, and we've got to be very concentrated up there. They've performed really well, especially at home, and we will need to be very consistent on both ends of the court to get a W up there.